Yes, it's watermelon season.
Watermelon season time.
One good thing about this watermelon is the fact that I didn't intentionally plant it. So a few weeks into the watermelon growth, we found out that it started fruiting. I think 2 months, approximately 2 months into the whole thing, it started growing, fruiting. Then I noticed more and more seedlings. It was fruiting very well. But I think one thing with watermelon is it needs to balance. I don't think it needs to be suspended. It needs to balance on the floor if it's going to fruit and grow properly. So maybe when it starts fruiting, it needs that support. I guess I don't know. Maybe it finds a way to support itself on the ground so it can grow very well. If you notice, this one is on the ground and it's doing well, it's growing up well. So this is one thing I noticed with watermelon. And the ones that don't, some of them that don't find, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how watermelons like to grow. They like to find their space on the ground and balance there so they can grow. It grows really fast too. That's another thing I noticed about watermelons. It grows really fast. So I noticed more and more fruits, more and more fruits from the watermelon. But this one, I don't know what happened to it after it fruited. It didn't last too long, and I think he had an infection or something, and he died off. It didn't last too long, so I can't explain what happened to that one, so I don't know. And then this one here, I noticed there was a board I kept close to it, to prevent the vines from falling into the ditch. So I noticed some insects from that board infested this area where the watermelon was growing. So I got scared though. I got scared that they don't attack the watermelon or make it go bad or something, and it was already so big. So I panicked. I wanted to actually harvest the watermelon because I always saw these greenish things. I don't know what they are on the body of the watermelon, and I was just asking myself if I should just take this watermelon out, take it off whether it's ripe or not. And I decided, on second thoughts, I decided to leave it, to let it, you know. I noticed that okay, it's not so ripe yet, it's not fully ripe. It's almost there. It was almost there because the patch up there is already brown and dry, and then underneath the watermelon is supposed to turn yellow, but it's white for now. So it just told me that it had a little more time to go because it has to turn at least yellow underneath the watermelon. And then when I even hit it a bit, the sound was still wasn't given. And I also noticed that the tendril connecting straight to the watermelon vine, it wasn't as dry as this other one now. It wasn't as dry as this one. While the one coming out from the vine itself connecting to the watermelon, it's not dried yet. It's not brown and dry. So I kept on checking to make sure that okay, this thing has to be ready before I harvest it. So I didn't want to make any mistake. I was being careful. So I didn't harvest it. I panicked, but I didn't harvest it. But I kept on checking on it every day to make sure it was fine and nothing was going wrong with it, because it would actually really hurt me if anything would have happened to the watermelon. So here is another day where I kept on checking on my watermelon. Please be ready. That's all what was in my head. Please be ready so I can take you out of here. I took out the board though so that I could prevent the infestation or whatever it was that was happening there. So I noticed now that we're almost there because I kept on checking almost every day. So I noticed we're almost there. It was already turning brown little by little, but I just needed it to go a bit more before I harvest it. I noticed more watermelon sprouting, more watermelon growing, like one over there, another one over here. and more watermelon kept on coming out from that same one, from the same vine. And I don't know, watermelon, I guess it has rapid growth because it keeps increasing every day. Every day I check on it, it keeps increasing. It keeps on going big. It keeps on getting bigger and bigger. Every day I check on it, it keeps on going bigger and bigger. I just wanted to move it out from the wall, so in case there are things that climb on the wall, so it doesn't bite on it or anything. I was just being careful because I don't want to know stories. I just want this one to do well too, just like the other one is doing very well. So this one in front of it spoiled at some point. I don't know why. So here's me checking again, and I noticed that it's now very dry. So that means it's ready for harvest. It's ready for harvest. I checked, it was very dry, and then I checked underneath the watermelon. It was green. Sorry, yellow. I mean to say it was yellow, so that means it's ready to be harvested. It's no more whitish. If you notice between this one and the other video, now here it's more yellowish, and it sounds full. The sound in the ear sounds ready, and ripe and juicy. So yay, my first watermelon harvest. So this was it when we cut into the watermelon. See how red it is, and sweet. So it was really sweet. I shared some with a lot of my friends. I shared it. We didn't take it alone. So I noticed more and more watermelon. I noticed like 4 more watermelon, doing well on their own, sprouting. So I'm so happy that I got a very awesome first harvest, first fruit of the season. So this is just me showing more watermelon everywhere. I noticed like 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one. Yeah, the fourth one. So stay tuned.